UNLV versus UCLA. The day has arrived. I am just about to head down to the stadium, but I wanted to get up a little pregame show so that we can discuss this upcoming matchup. Guys, we made it. This is Mullen's debut. Well, really. Let's run and let's do it, Rebels.
Folks, thank you for jumping on the live stream today. I am just about to head into my car and drive down to Allegiant Stadium to get there for the game. As always, I like to do a little bit of a pregame show before we head down to Allegiant Stadium, talk about kind of any recent developments, anything we've heard, maybe a little bit of what's going on in college football today. And I just want to stress, I did pick UCLA to win this game, but And please, guys, while you're here, UNR down. Yeah, I saw that. Thank you, Brian. Everybody, please make sure that you are laughing at the University of Reno, Sparks Community College, as we call it here on the Let's Run podcast. So please, while you are here, leave your predictions in the comment section, in the chat section. I'd love to know what you think is going to happen in this UNLV UCLA game. I want to know your thoughts. Put up your predictions. I'll put it up on screen. We'll talk about them a little bit. I just want to stress, as we head into this game, how big of an opportunity this is for UNLV football. Now, this is a game that, as of right now, as of what I know, Vegas still thinks UNLV is going to lose this game. Now, it's a coin flip game, essentially. They've got UCLA by 2.5. But this is an incredibly winnable game for Dan Mullen and this UNLV football program. UCLA is not, they did not play well in their week 1 game. Now, that probably means that the coaches, the players going up against a team where I think they have talent advantage at a lot of positions, not every position, but a lot of positions. This is going to be a very focused UCLA team. Now, how good of a coach you think Deshaun Foster is there down in Southern California in the Rose Bowl, that's kind of to be seen. There's a lot of drama, between Nico Iamaleava, the coaching situation, just the football program in general down there at UCLA. But this is the coaches' chance, from the coaches from UCLA's chance to set some positive momentum heading into the season. So UNLV is going to get UCLA's best shot that they can give today. It's going to be a focused performance, and unless they completely melt away, fall apart, UNLV is not going to be given this game. There's a reason that the sports books have favored UCLA. Now, a lot of people have picked UNLV in this game. I'm not one of those people, but looking around college football today, looking at the Group of 5 college football playoff race, again, I never thought UNLV was a college football playoff team this season, but win this game, and you are on your way to establishing yourself in the race at the very least. This is the only Power 5 team that UNLV is playing on their schedule right now. And so, if you want to be taken seriously as a football team, I think UNLV has to win this game. And I mean seriously nationally. UNLV can still have a very good season. Regardless of how this game goes, UNLV can still have a good season. But this is a massive opportunity. The next thing I'm looking out for is what is the attendance like? The school has been selling this matchup all offseason. This has been the big ticket sell. And so, the school's going to look for good attendance to kind of reflect all of the effort that they've put into marketing this game. What's the attendance look like? I think that's a big question. What's the atmosphere like? How many UCLA fans are there? I'm very interested to see and answer all of these questions once we get down to the stadium. Brian, thank you, my man. He has UCLA 34, UNLV 20. While I agree, I did pick UCLA to win this game. I do think UNLV's offense should be able to put up a lot of points on this game. In this one, I think it'll kind of be a coin flip game with both teams scoring a lot, unless the UCLA offense completely falls apart, which I guess could happen. I think the UNLV offense will play pretty well. And it's going to be kind of a battle of two defenses that have shown a lot of holes in the first couple of weeks. Brian says UCLA's QB is going to run all over us. Our secondary and discipline concerns me. I totally agree. UNLV's defense, they showed, if you want to talk glass half full, UNLV's defense showed a lot of improvement from week 0 to week 1. That Idaho State team is kind of weird. They gave New Mexico a game today, even though, the past 2 weeks, Idaho State hasn't had their quarterback. They've been missing a lot of their best players. They were healthy in that week 0 game against UNLV, and now they're not healthy. But football games are weird. And while UNLV's defense did show improvement against Sam Houston State, there's still a lot of gaps and still a lot of holes that leave us pretty vulnerable. So ultimately, how this defense responds this game is going to tell us who they are. And I think that is probably the biggest thing that we're going to be able to take away from this game. We will know about 4.5 hours from now, 5 hours from now or so, who this UNLV team finally is under Dan Mullen in their first season. We're going to know how much potential they have. We're going to know how good they are. I mean, we're going to know how good they are, honestly. If UNLV goes out there and wins this game by a score or by, even just wins this game at all, I think we'll be able to say this is a good football team. If they don't, we'll be able to say this is a team with potential, but that still has room to grow. And so it's just a big opportunity. And ultimately, what I'm looking for is, can UNLV hold UCLA, 2 field goals? That's kind of what I think is a reasonable goal for this UNLV defense. I think UCLA is going to be able to run the ball a little bit on us, but I want to see the secondary really tighten up their coverages and play disciplined football. And if UCLA gets an 8-yard chunk run on second down, or a 12-yard chunk run on third down, it's okay. What we need to do is keep Nico uncomfortable. And if that means that we're going to sacrifice other parts of the game, we're not going to play perfect. UCLA is going to break big plays against us. But we need to keep Nico, and we need to keep him very uncomfortable back there in the pocket. We want to put the heat on early, make him start to see ghosts a little bit. And despite UCLA still probably being able to score, we just need to keep Nico uncomfortable in the pocket, and he will end up making mistakes. Brian says, true, they did improve versus Sam Houston, so I hope we're tuned up enough, but I think the D has been untested to this point. They were tested against Idaho State. They just failed the test, and I guess they did win. So if you want to say that, they were tested to the point that they won, fine. But this defense and that Sam Houston team, not a great offense, obviously, and UNLV won that game. It was very much out of hand, and Sam Houston just kind of stuck around. So that the score of that game probably doesn't quite indicate how big of a blowout it really was, especially with the clock issues that were happening last week down there in Houston. But this is the test, Brian. You're completely right. This is the test for this UNLV football defense. It's the test for the offense. It's the test for Dan Mullen as the head coach. I mean, it's an audition in front of the city of Las Vegas, and we're going to see if he passes. We're going to see if he makes if he makes the talent show. Essentially, it's his audition. If he makes the team and win this game, I think I need to downplay. I'm not sure our attendance is going to be in the 40,000-50,000 range. I'm hoping 35,000 to 40,000, just a solid number, nothing spectacular, but a solid number. Because I think people are still a little hesitant to buy into UNLV football. We lost our coach, and while Dan Mullen has a great name, we've had coaches that have had pretty good names before coming into UNLV football. Now, Dan Mullen's probably a little bit of an exception. But this is the audition. And so my key number 2 would be really when I look at this UCLA team, their receivers, they've got some talented receivers. Nothing too crazy, but they've got some talented receivers. And so what I want to see is I want to see the pass defense, focused on. And UCLA is going to run the ball. We have to know that. We have to keep the ball in front of us. We have to have good discipline on our tackling. But I just want to see the pass defense. I want to see our secondary, which I think has more talent than people give it credit for. I want to see our secondary lock in, maybe get an interception or two. And I would just say early on in this game, if UCLA, drives down the field, goes 7-0 over us or something like that, don't get too discouraged. This will be a game that UNLV will have its chances in. Don't get discouraged early. Stay loud, stay proud. I hope you guys are getting down to the arena. And I'm just excited, guys. This is the one we've been talking about and waiting for all year, really since last, I think we knew this game was coming in like last February or something. I mean, we've had this game on the schedule for a long time. But yeah, so guys, let me know your thoughts. Send me a DM if you're at the arena. I would love to come shake your hand. I would love to come see you. I'll come say hello to you no matter where you're sitting. Just let me know, and I'll come find you and shake your hand, and we can talk during the game. And please be safe while you're getting down to the arena, while you're getting down to Allegiant, I should say. And let's see what Anthony Calandria and this offense can do. UNLV defense isn't going to play perfectly, but our offense has to play well. If Anthony Calandria throws a couple of picks, we're not going to win this game. That's just how it is. If Alex Orji gets a wildcat set, in the red zone and fumbles the ball like he did against Idaho State, we're not going to win this game. And this is winnable, guys. So I will be live post game after the final buzzer sounds. I will be live about as fast as I can be, depending on what type of game we have. If it's a blowout, I'll be on really quickly after the game ends. If it's a very close game, it'll take me a while to get home and get onto my computer to get the live stream going. But please let me know your thoughts. Comment under this video. I will be checking Twitter all game so we can talk about it. And finally, I guess I'll give my final score prediction. This is the same score prediction I gave in the preview, but I have UCLA winning 34-31. I don't really think that I don't really think that score predictions matter that much. Everybody struggles a little bit. Thank you too, Brian. I appreciate you. If you're watching from home, if you're watching from Allegiant, DM me your thoughts during the game. I'd love to talk to you and your opinions and your things about this team. Oftentimes, what I hear from fans, I end up integrating into the show. And so, let's go, guys. It's time. It's time to run. Let's run.